Look, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, but that's a really cold cell that I was in. Sorry, room. Still not sure how to differentiate those here. Had my assessment interview with Victor Fries. Sorry, I luckily didn't say that when I was in there. Don't want to offend him. Very interesting case with this individual. So Victor uh, started out early in life. He was clearly a child prodigy, genius IQ. He did have one odd habit where he would take animals and freeze them uh, as a kid. So, that's unusual. It's not typical. His parents, I think, handled it fairly poorly. They freaked out and they shipped him off to a boarding school. Now, at this boarding school, he didn't make friends very easily. In fact, the only let's see, his wife Nora Free, well, now Nora Freeze, he was sort of the Snape to her Harry Potter's mom, whatever her name was. With one exception, this was a reciprocated relationship, and they fell in love and eventually got married. She believed in him, and he was able to rise up to become the preeminent cryogenics expert in the world, at least in Gotham, which Gotham, the world, the universe. Am I right? He got a job with a company, GothCore, which has been in the news here in Gotham quite a bit as bad. It is a bad company. They did lots of crazy things that they've been into, unethical behaviors, things like that, although they call themselves the People's Company. So some bad mujugumbo going on there. Obviously, we just see that from the news. And sometimes we use what we call collateral information when we do these kind of assessments. So that would be something. It's pretty common knowledge around here. Sometimes when people make a claim, it's worth a Google here and there to kind of see. Or if you have any collateral information from friends, or in this case, law enforcement or previous assessments. Now, you kind of want to take them with a grain of road salt when you do hear them, but they can be very useful as a source of information to see. So in this case, we do have some confirmation that his resentments towards this company, and in particular, Mr. Ferris Boyle, not Bueller, Ferris Boyle was the CEO of that company. I guess that there was some illness that Nora came down with, and Victor, being the genius that he was, found out a way to safely freeze her in a cryogenic tube machine thing, and was using the funding for some of his projects to keep her alive. When Mr. Boyle found out about this, he showed up with security guards. One of these, you're fired. We're marching you out of the building right now. Victor, pretty understandably, reacted in what we would call a pretty normal, within a normal range of human behavior. So there was a scuffle. He got one of the security guards' guns and threatened everybody with it. Now, he's not a violent man. There's no history of that before this case. He did not discharge the firearm. In fact, when Mr. Boyle promised, hey, look, we're going to do something to help your wife, he yielded the gun and was then immediately shoved by Boyle into the machinery, chemicals, and junk. And as is sometimes the way here in Gotham, this gave him a strange situation instead of killing him. He now has to be within sub-zero temperatures, or at least very cold temperatures based on the interview conditions, in order to live. He had to fashion a suit for himself. He was able to obtain the machine. My understanding is that the Wayne Corporation is funding at least the power and the real estate necessary to store and maintain this machine so that she does not die. So Victor had a pretty, once again, normal range of reactions to this. He has become very, very angry and somewhat obsessive, focused on Gothcore, in particular this Mr. Ferris Boyle. He blames him for getting in the way and trying to kill his wife, which I think most people would. He does have quite a bit of resentment also towards Batman. Same reason, essentially, Batman keeps foiling his plans, although Batman has made apparently no direct threat to his wife. He has caused him to become incarcerated, which Freeze views as an interruption of his work to try to find a cure for his wife. So, very interesting. As I mentioned before, he's not previously been diagnosed with any mental illness. I have a couple thoughts about that, but I do believe his behavior does fit within a normal range: anger, resentment, even a desire for vengeance. And so we're going to get into, in the next video here, the diagnosis and what we may think of that.